can't ignore. Jennifer's bringing what you felt before. Keep it creepy, hear the unknown call. Keep it creepy, something's in us all.
Hey, it's Jen. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Creepy Culture. Tonight I wanted to go live real quick and just do a brief video. I have Trisha from Monsters Unleashed, and she's going to be sharing something she saw last weekend with a group of people in the LBL, which is the Land Between the Lakes in Kentucky. So I'm going to bring her out. Hey, Trish.
Hi, everybody, and good evening.
How you?
I am doing great. We just did that show, and I'm like,
I know, it's awesome.
It was very
Cryptid
awesome.
Awakenings was awesome tonight. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. And we've been doing some really awesome TikTok lives on Monsters Unleashed. Last night was awesome on the TikTok live. This morning was awesome, even though I had to jump off there and I missed a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we're going to go live again after we do this episode for Creepy Culture. We're going to be back on TikTok. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be good.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting for sure.
Mhm.
Lots of good stories. Lots of researchers coming in and giving advice and sharing what they found in same areas that we've been in, which just validates things. So that was awesome. Awesome
is.
to hear all that and get that validation.
It is. I've been validated twice
You
in a
have.
week. Salt fork thing, and then today that one lady talking about the cone-headed is shadow people. So Ash has told me about that, and then that lady this morning on TikTok. So I'm like, heck yeah, I'm not the only one that saw those things. So good to know. You know what I mean? So that's cool. So we're going to talk about what happened to you last weekend in the LBL. Sucks I wasn't there. I hate I wasn't there. I wish I would have been there. So
Yes, it was definitely a time. It was a spur of the moment thing. We went down, my husband and I, we had our daughter with us. We went down just to visit the people that were camping in Colson. They were having I guess, a woodwalkers, little squatch out thing. We met a lot of new people, a lot of good people with lots of information. Mark Roberts was there, and we got to talking to him about a little bit. And I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to get back out in the nighttime and do some nighttime investigating. Sheila and Scott Granger was there. We talked to them a lot and shared some of the stuff that we had saw. And I invited them to come out with us that night. It was Saturday night. And so we started off. We went back to the encounter site. And for those of you that haven't been on this, I have been on your show since the encounter.
yeah.
I had an encounter with, very up close encounter with a dog man. And I took some time off. I left the state that I live in to go back to my home state, which is West Virginia, just to ground myself and get myself out of this darkness that I was slipping down into rather quickly. I was having a lot of stuff happening to me. So that Saturday, I decided that I was ready to get back out in the time. So it started off that me, my daughter, my husband, and Mark Roberts, we went back to the encounter site. I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm sorry. I'm so excited about the previous show.
Yeah.
And there was people camping at the exact spot where this dog man was standing. So we set our chairs up at the campfire and we stayed there for a little bit. And my husband left to take my daughter to the bathroom. And Mark and I, we walked deeper into that bay and we found a spot that was a pretty wide camping area. It fit about 4 cars in there. It had 3 good sized trucks in there that night as well. So we, made the decision that we were going to go deeper back in there. We got back there, we set up, we started a fire, and obviously my daughter was being very loud, very obnoxious. but she finally settled down and went to sleep. And something was drawing my attention up this path that was behind us. And I call it a holler. It sits between two ridges. So I call it a holler. Felt like something watching. I told Mark, I said, if we see anything or if we find anything, it's going to come from that holler. And so he turned his night vision around that way and was there and observing as quiet as we can. The frogs were really loud that night. We did sounds from the distance, but it was really hard to make out exactly what they were because of the frogs. So Mark, it was probably around 9:30. Mark decides that he's done for the night. He's going to start heading home because he has to drive all the way up north to get home. And
Yeah.
he sat there at the back of the truck. My daughter was asleep at the back of the truck. I was leaned up against the tailgate. And my thing is, when we go into an area, we always make sure we park our vehicles to where we can just pull out and go if we have to. That's a safety
Absolutely.
for me, and I always make sure my team that's with me, they park the same way. So we're standing leaned up against the tailgate, and we're hearing some movement. And I heard howls again, but again the frogs were so loud I couldn't make out what they were. Now it sounded very deep and aggressive, and it was mixed in with coyotes. There were some coyotes with it. So that triggered my anxiety right away because I'm thinking, oh no, and I'm going to see this thing again. I don't really want to see this thing again, but I have no control of that. And I tell my husband, I was like, hey, we probably should get ready and head out of here to get service to see if Sheila and Scott's going to be able to come down to meet us. And I need to check in with the rest of the Monsters Unleashed team to let them know that we're okay. So he goes to put out the fire, and I hear loud smack. There was a rock that was thrown at me, and it was just a few feet to the left of me. And where we were parked, I had walked through there the whole time that we were there, so I didn't trip over any rocks. I didn't see any rocks. So we found the rock. And it was a pretty good size. I mean, if it would have hit me, it really would have done a lot of damage. It was a pretty good chunk of rock. And we drive out, and I, let everybody know, hey, we're okay. This is what we've heard. There's moving around us. But I'm fine, I'm doing good, and it was a big moment for me to go back in there. It took a lot out of me to go back in there, but I did good. Proud of myself for that. And then we went to go meet Sheila and Scott and the people they were with. Brought them down in there. And we get out. We're parked exact same spot, and we find the rock, and we're talking about the rock, and they're playing around with their thermals, and they see something. You're going to get a kick out of this. Everybody's going to get a kick out of this. But they saw something to the right of us, and it was small, but it was bouncing from tree to tree to tree. So we're like, what is that? So Scott walks in, and it's an armadillo jumping from tree to tree. And I'm like, that's wild. So we did hear some movement around us. We heard something across the water that was going, it'd start low, like, whoop, and it was doing that like repetitively. And I told him, I said, I've got audio of that same noise coming from the same direction across the water. And my husband was saying how the day that we caught our audio right there, he heard a response to it. And we have a video of that day in our member section on Monsters Unleashed. So we're talking. They decide that they're going to do Spirit Box. A very nice gentleman asked me if I wanted to try out his monocular. So I did. And I walked up to that holler I was just speaking about. And I look and I see a heat signature. And it looks like a head, but it just disappears quick. Don't know where it went, just gone. And I got this feeling, like something not good was up in there. It was a very heavy feeling. And I told everybody that was there with us, I'm like, there's something up there. I said, I can feel it. So I grabbed my headlamp, I grabbed my husband. Me and my husband walk up in there a little bit, not too far, but just a little bit. And I'm looking around and I'm listening. I don't see anything and I don't hear anything, but I'm feeling something very heavy. It's weighing me down. It's causing me to breathe a little heavy. So we just backed out very slowly, and we were talking to Sheila and Scott, and they were doing their spirit box. I didn't hear everything the spirit box said. I do know that it said their names, but I didn't really hear anything after that. Um, but just a few minutes after they got done with the spirit box, I see this huge black spider-like shadow just quickly come out of this tree. So I'm thinking, okay, what was that and where's it going? Is it going to the right of my truck into the tree line and up the ridge? Or is it going to go to the left of my truck into the road? So I picked a direction and I took a couple steps to the left, and there I see this huge pale gray creature. I mean, it had to have been 6 to 7 foot long, very long. I mean, very, very long arms and legs. And it was slithering directly at us. It was coming directly at us. Big, greenish eyeshine eyes. I mean, the eyes were big. Had a mouth coming right at us. And I started screaming and backing up. I was like, whoa, 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 and started backing up. And then Sheila and her friends started backing up. And I'm like, there's something right, pardon my language, but there's something right fucking there. There's something right fucking there. It looks like a fucking rake. Well, when I looked at it, it turned its body, went across the road, and was just gone. Didn't see it anymore. So Scott hands me his flashlight, and he pulls up. He just took his thermal down. He just put his thermal away. So he hands me the flashlight while he boots up his thermal. He gets it booted up, and he's like, okay, let's go. So we walk down the road, and we're looking for it, and he's trying to see if he can find it on the thermal. I stopped at the tree and documented the tree it came from and what happened and the time and who was there. And we're looking around. We don't hear anything, and we don't see anything. I mean, it's just, other than the frogs, it's quiet. And I'm thinking, where did this thing go? Is it up in another tree watching? Like, where did it go? And they said something about they heard something that seemed like it was walking on the shore towards where people were camping. I'm not going to say confirm that because I don't know exactly what they saw. I haven't really talked to them much about it like since then, other than me and Sheila have talked about. I sent her a picture that I found on Google of something, what I saw. You know, I didn't get a photo of this. So I went on Google and I typed in the description, and it pulled up and it was exactly what I saw. So it's not my photo, but I have a photo that I could show you that symbols exactly what I saw.
Yuck. Those
That
things
was
are
it.
so creepy.
And it come from a tree, very quickly out of the tree.
Yeah, now I have a new fear unlocked. I didn't even know that crawlers went up trees. Now I'm going to have a
It,
broken neck. Next time in the LBL, I'll be looking in the tree for dogman and crawlers.
yeah, it was a little more slender than that one in the photo. I just found that photo on the internet, and it just, the face of it and the arms, the lengthiness of the arms. And what was unique about it wasn't crawling like it appears to be in that photo. It was slithering like a snake towards us. And I found and that's not the only time I've seen one of these and seen it slither like a snake. Now the last one I saw that was slithering like a snake, it was black in color. This one was a pale gray, and seemed to be bald. So that was different. Now the one I saw with my husband, it creeped me out a little bit, but that one scared the shit out of me,
Mhm.
especially how quick it was coming at us and how big it was. It scared the shit out of me. I I don't ever scream in the woods. I'm very
Ever.
calm. I'm very
Yes.
quiet. That scared me. So that happened, and when we walked back to where everybody was at, um, Scott told me that on their spirit box when they were doing it, it told them above. It said above. And I didn't know that until after I saw the thing came out of the tree and we went down to investigate to see if we could see it again. He told me as we were walking back from going and looking at it or looking for it that the spirit box had said above.
I know you told me before, but what color were the two we saw in the field that one time?
They were black. They appeared to be black.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
looking at them through night vision, so they were black to me anyway. But I
Yeah.
just wondered because you got to put eyes on them. I forgot what color you said they were.
Yeah. Those seem to have had hair too, more short haired, not long hair, but short haired.
Mhm.
But the eyes, I didn't get to see the size. I saw the eye shine of the ones in the field, but they didn't appear to be big eyes to me. That Saturday night, the eyes were big eyes. The body, it was massive. I can't tell you, it was just huge, and how quick it came from the tree, very quick.
Gosh,
So
I'm so freaked out.
it freaked me out. I mean, no, it didn't freak me out. It scared me, and I've encountered a lot, especially that dog man. That dog man really, it freaked me out. I was more scared of the after effects of encountering that dog man, especially with catching it on video. What was going to happen to me after capturing that, and if it was going to follow me home. Seeing this crawler or rake or whatever you call it, that scared the shit out of me.
Hmm.
For the first damn time I go back, for hours, we were in there from 4 p.m. to, we didn't get home till 2:30 a.m.
Yeah,
So we were in there a while, and that really did, it scared me.
I about I didn't know what to think when you called and told me that thing came out of a tree. I was like, what? I had no idea they went up in trees. That is just outrageous to me. So that's just lovely. I'll be looking up in the trees from now on because I had
Yeah,
no clue.
yeah, and it makes me want to get a spirit box just to, I mean, if they said that the spirit box said above, was that a warning? And here's another thing that has been on my mind. This thing coming at us, was it trying to get our attention so whatever was behind us could come in? That's how I felt about it. I'm telling you, I know there was something behind us
Good
and we
question.
couldn't see it, and I don't know where it was at. I think it could have been bedding down in the creek bed that runs down through there, but I could feel it behind us. And I'm really thinking that this crawler was getting our attention so whatever was behind us could come in.
And I don't doubt that one bit. It seems like they work together down there, don't they?
It does appear to be seem that way. I agree with that.
Me too. So, um, I don't know what to think about those crawlers. I mean, you go from Sasquatch to Dogman and now crawlers, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah,
And you've seen four of them in a very short period of time.
yeah.
Since what? February? Since February, you've saw four of them now?
It's February. Yeah, saw the two
Hmm.
in the field with you. March 6th to be exact. March 6th. 'Cause that's when we went to the LBO for our anniversary.
Yep.
That's when I saw that other one, and then last weekend.
Mm-mm-mm. That is wild. Um, I don't know what to think about those things. I really
Um,
don't.
but if I would have had a pew pew on my side, I would have drawn it
Yes.
then.
I don't know if it'd do any good, but yes, I feel
Yeah,
you.
I don't think it would do any good, but I'm just saying that's how quick it was moving at us, and that's how scared it had me. And for me to scream like I did,
That's out of the ordinary. You're calm as heck in the woods. So when you told me you said that and went backwards, I was like, oh no, that thing done scared her to death because you're so calm in there. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
I don't even know. But I just want to jump on and have you share that real quick. Um, I'm anxious to get on TikTok and do our live because it's so fun. So, um, did you want to add anything? Or you can tell your stuff too, where people can find you for sure.
Oh well, guys, a lot of you already know me. I'm on here frequently. I love coming on here and giving updates, but you can find me on TikTok at monsters.unleashed. You can look me up on Facebook under Trisha Collins. You can email us at monsters_unleashed@gmail. That's not the email. Hang on. monsters_unleashed25@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. We have a Monsters Unleashed page. Let's see, where else am I? I think that's it. Oh, you can catch me on Cryptid Awakenings every Tuesday. It's in the member sections of Monsters Unleashed on our YouTube. Just type in at monsters_unleashed.
Mhm.
Become a member and enjoy the Cryptid Awakening show. It's really working for people, and that makes us so happy. I'm ready
It
to
does.
rejoice because it's going so good.
I love it.
And then we have our Monsters Unleashed show every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and you'll be
Yep.
seeing me on there as well.
Yep. We're just all over the place. And what time are we going live on TikTok? Eastern time, Trish.
Eastern time.
My time. Because you know I get messed up when you say Central time. I get jacked up.
Well, I told everybody 8 p.m. Eastern time, but I haven't ate dinner yet, and neither have my kids. So I need to make something to eat real fast. So I'd say probably about 8:30.
Okay. So we'll be live on TikTok around 8:30 ish. And thank you so much for coming on and giving us another LBL update.
Anytime. I don't want to see another one of these crawlers, though. So, I mean, I said
Yeah.
about the dog man, and this last thing I'm going to add researching, you don't have control over what you have
Nope.
encountered with. Whatever you're going to encounter, it's just going to be there, and you can't pick and choose what it is.
Absolutely not. I sure didn't want to see those crawlers through the night vision. But yes,
Yeah.
I did. So that's terrifying just seeing them through night vision. I couldn't imagine watching one come down a tree. I would have probably acted way different than you did. Might have seemed scaredy Jen that time. I might have been hauling ass up out of there.
I'm usually pretty strong for anybody that goes in the woods with me, trying to comfort them and keep them calm and everything. But if you would have been there that night, you probably would have been on your own because I couldn't do it.
Right?
It
See
really
ya.
scared me. Yeah,
Okay.
it really scared me, and I felt bad for the lady that was sitting in the chair behind me because I'm pretty sure I like ran her over backing up. So
It's
if
all
that
right.
lady's watching, I apologize.
It's all good. It was time to vacate. But anyway, thanks again for coming on. Go get you something to eat. I'm gonna go get me something to eat and fill my cup up, and then I'll see you on TikTok here around 8:30. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
All right. We'll see you soon. Thanks again.